What's up, y'all? There was still a few more vlogs that we wanted to share with y'all, push them out there, let y'all see them, have them for our memories that we hadn't got around to uploading. So I figured, why not go ahead and get them out here, let y'all see them, and then in February we'll be kicking off all new content, and I hope that you guys are ready and excited, and you all are more than welcome and invited to be a part of it. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, join the Fab fam, okay, and like this video. Like it now. I promise it'll be decent. I mean, I don't really know what you're about to see. I want you to see it, so please enjoy it, and I will see you guys next month with new content. In the meantime, in between time, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified about new videos, and leave a comment down below and let us know you're part of the BNF fam. Love y'all. Hey fam, pretty sure my breakfast is cold, my coffee is cold. Mom life. Look at my background. I got my nursing pillow out because Carter won't let me be great. Carter takes laundry out of the laundry bins and brings it in here and just like leaves it on the floor, throws it on the couch. Okay, well, let's catch up. There's further and catching up to catch up on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think of everything that, you know, I could tell you right now that we hadn't mentioned before. Okay, so after the whole RSV craziness, we noticed that Carter was still not 100%. She was still very fussy, and I didn't really know why. Now, when I had her when we were in the hospital, they told me that she had a tongue tie. They told me that, and I was just like, okay, you know, Cam had a tongue tie also, and it wasn't too big of a deal. So I just was like, you know, thank you for telling me. I appreciated the information or whatever. I'm sorry, y'all. This laundry is looking hella crazy right now. I apologize. It's like, thank you for telling me. It was no big deal. This wasn't my first baby, so, you know, I was just like, okay, well, we'll just see what happens. Well, after RSV passed, you know, she got all the mucus out, you know, that literally lingered around for almost a month and a half. After it passed, you know, I knew she was clear again. She was good. My daughter, she was literally 2 months old. She started like screaming like all the time. And I was like, what is going on? After I would feed her, and I was very, very specific about my diet. I'm very, very like, I don't need anything pretty much while I'm nursing, because most things that I usually eat cause gas or upset stomach for your baby. So there's no dairy, there's no like broccoli. All I drink is water. I don't even drink coffee until after my babies are 8 months old. What? Unless it's like half a cup. I would drink like half a cup, because some mornings were so hectic that I would wake up with a headache because I just went to sleep and it was time to wake up. So I knew it wasn't me. I took her to the pediatrician, and he didn't take anything that I was concerned about seriously. And that to me irked me, because again, I'm not a first-time parent. So you can't just like coax me and just be like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's really normal. Like, I don't care what's normal. If it's abnormal to me, if I'm not comfortable with how my child is responding to this normal thing, then let's fix it. Started doing more research, because y'all know I'm a researcher, and I found out that Carter had almost every single symptom. Come here, baby. She had almost every single symptom of severe tongue tie. So I did more research, and I found like one of the best pediatric dentists. Say hi. One of the best pediatric dentists here in our area. Made an appointment with her, and she did a consultation for she and Cam. Yeah, right? And determined that she, sure enough, had a really bad tongue tie and lip tie. So basically that means that the skin under her tongue and the skin under her upper lip were so tight. Like, usually it's long and you can like move your lip and your tongue around. Hers couldn't move. So when she would latch onto the breast, when she would nurse, she was taking in a bunch of air, which was causing her to scream like like a crazy person after she would eat, and she would never really get full because she would get more full of air than she would of milk, and it was just a huge problem. So we made the appointment. She had a laser frenectomy in March. So I want to tell you the right date because the date is important for this story. Hold on. Y'all know I keep logs and dates and all of that, so let me look. Yes, she had her laser frenectomy on March 30th. We definitely were not vlogging at that time. That whole between right when RSV started until after her LASIK surgery, it was crazy. I wasn't vlogging. I don't have any footage. Even the footage that was deleted from my camera didn't include that. You know, it just wasn't going on at that time for us. So yeah, March 30th she had her laser frenectomy, and they were able to just like loosen the skin up so she could nurse, and it helped so much. That same day when we came home from the dentist's office for that, it was just a quick procedure. It took maybe about 20 minutes, and Cam had an episode that day, and it was just a crazy day. So that was what happened for Carter. That was her major thing for the year. April and May, I noticed that Cam wasn't her best. I noticed that Cam wasn't her best, you know. She's been a mouth breather since she was born, but I was concerned about how she was breathing and what was going on with her at night, because she was drooling so much and her breath was really bad, and you know, look at this, the whole nine. So I ended up taking her to see an ENT, and they did an endoscopy at her appointment, and he is one of the best ENTs again in the area. Amazing. I had done really great research on him, gotten really good referrals from previous patients about him. Super happy about him. Did an endoscopy, which basically means he put the camera tube down her throat to see how far it would go and like see what was going on in her nasal cavity and just the whole bit. He couldn't even get it in because her cavity was blocked. So she needed her adenoids removed. And so in June 6th, Cam had her adenoids removed. That was a surgical procedure. She had to go and be admitted into the hospital, the whole nine. Literally that day, I don't think I put that date on her log because the doctor said it wasn't an episode, but that day she also got sick. But they were able to make sure that her lungs were clear and she was cleared for surgery. So they did remove her adenoids. They burned them. Immediately, her breathing was better. Her breath was better. Her sleeping was better because Cam wasn't even sleeping through the night. She would wake up with like sleep. They said she had mild sleep apnea and her adenoids were blocking 90% of her oxygen. So literally the doctor was like, it is a wonder that she hasn't died in her sleep. Like, it was that serious. And if you guys have been with us for a while, you probably didn't notice it because obviously she was a baby and you weren't paying attention. But now that we knew what it was, looking back on old pictures, her face was always really puffy. And he pointed out like the glands here under her eyes and like on the sides of her nose were really swollen because there was infection in her nose and her nasal cavity from how swollen the adenoids were, and it's something called turbulence. So they burned them instead of pulling them out and like surgically removing them. He said that they were so inflamed, it was so bad that they just burned them. And when I look at old pictures of her, she was suffering, my baby. The day that we took her to the hospital, she was sick, and the doctor was like, no, she's not having an episode, she can't breathe, like she's suffocating. Like literally she was suffocating. I felt so bad, but I was so glad that I finally was able to get an appointment and get this done. So June, Cam had her surgery, and literally she was back to her normal self within 2 days. The day of her surgery, we brought her home. She was kind of groggy, but she wasn't in any pain per se. They gave her good pain meds there, and then she didn't have to have any she had a follow-up, a post-op appointment, but she didn't have to have any like follow-up medication, no antibiotics or anything. The body naturally healed itself. And she has been doing 100% better. I am so glad that we did this. But then we learned at Cam's recent appointment, she had her teeth cleaned at the dentist. Watch your head, please. Watch your head. Don't bump your head. That her jaw is misaligned. So you guys may notice when you hear Cam talk, her speech is a little off. Obviously, she's only 2. She'll be 3 next month. But her speech is off because her jawline is misaligned. So we found out that she's going to actually need braces pretty soon. And by pretty soon, I mean like 7 or 8 years old. Yeah, so these girls were a little bit expensive this year. You know, it's been a little expensive. Carter's procedure was pretty expensive. Cam's procedure, it wasn't that expensive because we have insurance, so it covered it. But Carter is not on, she was not on dental insurance for her first year. Like most people don't put a newborn on. She's eating the nose, Frida. That nasty, mama. That nasty. She is nothing like Cam, okay? Nothing. Okay, so when I was calling to make the appointment for Carter's frenectomy, they were like, and her insurance? And I'm like, insurance? We don't have her on dental insurance. I mean, she was just born. And they were like, no, most people put their baby. I'm like, since when, lady? Since when? No, they don't. Stop it. Stop your lies. Nobody puts their baby on. All right, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Did you put your newborn on your family dental coverage? Tell me, because it was foreign to us. Cam didn't have a dental. We didn't have a dentist even option when Cam was born. Yes? I know she's supposed to be giving it to you. Take it. She's trying to give it to you. That was a pretty penny. I mean, and I'm not being dramatic. I'm being dramatic a little bit. It wasn't like extremely expensive, but yeah, it was a good $1,000. It was, but it was worth every penny because she totally got it together after that. I mean, she's always been a very high maintenance baby. She's a fussy little one. Even to this day, she still fusses. But it helped out a lot. Like, she's not gassy. She wasn't gassy at all anymore after that. So yeah, those 2 things were like the 2 major things that happened this year. And then in August, so that was June for the surgery. And then in August, we had our family reunion. Before we get to August, though, I will mention that also happening in June was when my mom officially got comfortable and moved here to Texas. She moved here in maybe I want to say March, but she ended up going back up to DC to help out a friend, and then also she brought the girls back. Now, for those of y'all who didn't know, Texas is huge, okay? It's a huge, huge state. So my mom is 3 hours from us. She's not local. She's not in a position where she can babysit so Tony and I can go out on a date or anything like that. It's nowhere. It's not a convenient thing for us. We actually have to plan our weekends and go down and visit her, which we have done several times now. If you have specific questions, leave them down below. So yeah, that's the recap. There's a lot that's been going on, but I'm trying to catch y'all up so you can know where we are. So when we move into 2019, we're all on the same page, okay? You can catch up. I'll have a whole playlist so you can catch up and find out what happened while we were gone in 2018. When I tell you guys, it was a crazy long year. I mean it from the bottom of my aching heart. It was always something going on. And to some people, it's like, oh, that's not that bad. It's not that serious. But when you're a stay-at-home mom with no help, with 2 small children, an infant and a toddler. I mean, Cam was just 2. You know, she had just turned 2. So it was rough. It was. But I just thank God because we made it through. My marriage withstood the test of time. You know, I mean, it wasn't hard so much on our marriage as much as it was just on us individually trying to maintain our sanity in the midst of all of this. You know, people who have multiples, my heart aches and is happy and aches for them because the transition from going from no kids to 1 kid is a big difference. But no kids to children or one child to children is huge. It's a huge transition. And to be able to have done it the way that Tony and I have alone, we have had nobody here with us. There has not been one babysitter. We have not gone on one date. I lie. We went on one date because his parents came in town in October, and I'll tell you guys more about that later. But that was the one time we were able to get away. And that was the first time we have gone on a date in 3 years. And it was not really a date. We just got to go see The Hate U Give, and then we had to rush back home because I didn't make plans for the girls for dinner. It's been crazy, guys. It has been crazy, but I'm super excited and I'm so happy to be back, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying everything. If you haven't done so already, please check out the best big sister ever video, Big Sister Goals, the video with Cam in the purple tutu. I'll link it on the screen somewhere if I can for you to check it out. That video is so sweet to me. I swear to you, Cam is the best thing that has ever happened to Tony and I. We are so blessed to have her. She is the most amazing child. I lie to you not. She is the most creative, independent, you know, fashionista. You know, she is truly a gift from God, and I truly thank God for her every day. On her worst days, she drives me crazy, but I am so in love and so blessed to have her. She has been a godsend sister and continues to be an amazing daughter. So we are so grateful for Cam. Thank you guys for your prayers. And please come back and check out the next vlog. I just want to give you guys a real quick catch-up vlog so that you can know what had happened this year before we keep pumping out these videos, so we can kind of be caught up. So if you haven't done so already, definitely check out the catch-up vlogs playlist. I will have it linked on the screen as well as down below in the box, so that you can check out all the vlogs that we still were able to share with you guys, because as I mentioned before, my external hard drive with all of my other memory cards with other vlogs that were on it was deleted a couple months ago, so I lost a lot. So that's why I'm sharing it verbally with you right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. You guys, we are really back and we're excited. Vlogging is an easy thing, but editing is kind of tedious. And if people are not actually watching it and I'm putting out all this content, I feel like it's to no avail, because my goal is not just for us to document it, but for us to share it. And if you guys are not interested and if you're not watching it, I understand, and I'm not upset at all, but I don't want to push myself in that way if it's not meaningful to our audience. So if you guys would be interested in daily vlogs, I think that going forward, in order for us to keep pumping out videos, my goal is that we reach at least 1,000 views on each video before the next video gets published or posted. So I think that's what we're gonna do, get each video to 1,000 views at least, and then once we get to at least 1,000 views, the next video will be posted. And this will be in 2019, not right now, because right now we really just want to catch you guys up so that you know where we are and what's happened in this last few months. Thank you guys so much for everything. Like this video if you haven't done so already, subscribe, and we'll see you guys again next time. See you guys. Love you.